Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. As usual, here it's all about education and helping you be the right person, the right version, and also help people around you. Today we are having a very important topic and we are deliberating on something. I have been asked this question so many times by parents. So if you're a parent, gather around, let's have a conversation. What if I told you that the one single thing you can do for your children that's going to help them be futuristic and help them do well in future is just one thing? What do you think it is? Getting them into tech or getting them into coding? Wait, before you go and say you're not a technical person, this video is right for you. I'm going to be showing you the things you need to do and the guidelines you have to follow to be able to get your kids in tech. So let's get it rolling. So why do your kids need to get into tech or learn coding? Let's be real. It's not about turning your 7-year-old child into a computer wizard or a software developer, but it's more about helping them build their cognitive skills. One thing that I've realized about tech, especially coding, is that it helps kids with 5 strong core skills. Number 1 is problem solving, helping them to fix problems, helping them to come up with solutions to their problem. Number 2 is creativity, helping them to be creative, helping them how to build a game, how to play a game, helping them build an app. It really helps them with their creativity. Number 3 is resilience. You know, when you are debugging a code, when I say debugging, what I mean is when you have an error in your code and you're trying to fix it, it gives you so much hell and then it helps you be patient. So debugging codes also help you with practicing patience as well in kids. Also collaboration. When you are coding, you are collaborating with people, collaborating with students, with friends, with peers. It helps you build team skills. And the final one is future readiness. Learning how to code does not only put you at a good start point, but it also helps you to become a good doctor if you want to be, to become a good designer if you want to be, to become a good teacher if you want to be, even to become a good programmer, because these things help you with these 5 core skills, and you need these 5 core skills in every other career path that you choose. And it's integral and it's important for us to start now. So how do we do this? How do we get our kids in tech? Let me give you the guidelines. Number 1, if your child is within the ages of 3 to 6, even if your child is at 2, you can still start, right? From 2 to 6, this is just the play mode. This is where you're supposed to be engaging with games. So you introduce your kids to Lego, you introduce your kids to question and answers. What I do personally as a parent is that this is the stage where I ask my child certain questions. So I could pick up this and ask, what is this? And he would answer, a mobile phone. I could pick up my laptop and ask, what is this? And he would answer. So I teach the keyboard, I teach the mouse. I have a mouse that I normally use, and I would ask my son, what is this? And he would answer, mouse. I have a keyboard, I'll ask, what is this? He would say, a keyboard. So these are the questions, the gaming process. So if you want to learn with your child, is an interactive way of doing it. Another thing is that if you want them to be using tablets or the mobile phones, I do not encourage a lot of screen time within these ages, because this is the age where their brains are still forming. And so if you do too much of screen time, it helps them become dull. So if you're using a tablet, which you can use maybe 2 times a week or 3 times a week, you can download an app called Scratch Programming or Scratch Junior. So this helps them with playing games and also interacting very well with the tablet or the iPhone or the Android phone that you're using. Point 2, if your kid is within the ages of 7 to 9, that is the sweet spot age. I really love Scratch from MIT because it helps you to build games with your kids. So it teaches them how to iterate, how to loop, how to move left, how to move right, in just like a very complex yet simple gaming platform. So they understand the fundamentals of coding from there. You can also check out code.org. It gives you an opportunity to choose a particular age bracket from 5 to 11, from 11 to 12 and upwards. This also helps you with interactive ways of learning tech with your children. And if you don't want to even do it with them. You can let them do it alone because they make it very beginner friendly and then they understand what the child needs. Yeah, so if your kid is within the ages of 7 to 9, you should definitely check out Scratch programming, which is from MIT, which is scratch.mit.edu. The link is in the captions and on screen. You can also use that. You could also go to code.org. This really helps you to also learn with your kids or let them learn alone, either ways. And also, if you think that your kids are actually hands-on, like my son loves to do a lot of things with his hand rather than actually interacting with the PC or a tablet or an iPad. So what I do is I have this Lego robots kit that he also uses, so you can also get that for your kids so that they can actually learn how to build, and this helps them with engineering in the long run. So if you have your kids within the ages of 10 to 12, this is the beginner stage for the real coding. Most kids are very smart and they can start learning how to really code, but some kids might be slow, especially if you don't start teaching them how to get into tech way earlier. So what you can do is to get them on Khan Academy. This will give them the fundamentals of web development, which is just basic HTML, basic CSS, and basic JavaScript. This is just to help them build the fundamentals for them to be able to get into tech very well. But if you notice that your kid is very, very smart, kindly introduce them to beginner programming languages like Python or C#. So the final age, which is the teenage age, 13 years and above, this is where the real deal comes in. This is where they are supposed to actually start coding into details. And here you can leverage on a website we call freeCodeCamp Academy. It's a very good website that gives you hands-on studying materials and also gives you a code editor that can help you do some assignments, and you only move to the next level when you've done your assignments right. And I really personally love this because even as an adult, I give this resources to people to actually learn. So they can handle programming languages within the ages of 13 plus, unless of course they have a learning disability, which you should check. But if they are going through their normal spectrum of education and they are clocking their milestones very well, they should be able to handle programming languages like JavaScript, Python, C#, and they can easily learn this from Free Code Academy or to leverage on Harvard's courses on YouTube. There are a lot of YouTube links that could also help your kids learn how to code, and I will share some in the caption below for you to leverage. And so these are the stages of tech for kids and how they should actually grow. And I hope you'll be able to utilize these resources I've shared with you, regardless of the ages that your kids find themselves in. That being said, we are trying to get our kids to be futuristics, but I want us to be mindful of some mistakes we should absolutely avoid. Number one, every child is unique. Sometimes our kids might not be hitting the milestones they are supposed to hit, and so you need to be extra patient, especially if you're exposing them to coding and tech. It can be a little bit too much or overwhelming for them. Number two, don't push your child too hard. If your child is 6 years, she or he have no business learning Python programming. It's going to be too much information and too much overload that might kill his curiosity and also make him not really want to study tech because it will be too much for him. Don't be so obsessed with outcomes. Trying so hard to say a child who has just started learning how to code for the past week to build a whole app is incredibly impossible. And so we need to be patient with our kids and understand that the outcomes would come based on their knowledge and how they are able to scale up. The other reason you should do is not to give the wrong tools at a wrong age. Like I said, you cannot give a Python programming to a 2-year-old and expect excellence. Also, if you are introducing your child to something very mediocre at 16 years, it might be very difficult for the person to leverage because it might just be too low for the person. So make sure that you follow the guidelines I have set out for you, giving the appropriate tools at the appropriate ages as well. And also, do not forget to balance. Coding is an added skill. Don't let the child skip the core subjects that the child is learning in school just merely because you want the child to learn coding. The child still needs to learn the fundamentals of mathematics that the person does in school. The child needs to learn how to speak good English. The child needs to learn the fundamentals of science, social studies, and history, and every other thing they are doing in their school curricula. Stick to that whilst you add coding as an add-on for them to build their cognitive skills as well. So this has been an episode on how to get your kid in tech and coding, and I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. Kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to get more information and content like this, and also tell me in the comment section if this works for your child or not. See you in the next YouTube video. It is bye for now.